Coming up this morning, some Central Illinoisans will be without water today. We'll tell you about resources you can get during this time.
Flight fiasco as Southwest Airlines cancels more flights. I'm Jared Hill with the latest on the mess at airports across the nation and the warning from the Secretary of Transportation.
WMBD This Morning starts now.
It is 6:01. Southwest Airlines has already canceled more than 2,000 flights today, according to FlightAware, with more cancellations expected.
That's right. The company issued an apology to thousands of affected travelers and announced it will reduce flights as it tries to get its systems back on track by next week.
President Biden tweeted Tuesday that his administration is, quote, working to ensure airlines are held accountable.
Jared Hill has more from New York.
Post-Christmas chaos at the nation's airports after Southwest Airlines canceled more than 60% of its flights for the second day in a row, stranding thousands of frustrated flyers.
It's just unacceptable. Everybody knows that during the holidays there's going to be some delays, but just outright cancellations is just not okay.
With more cancellations today, some travelers looked for other ways to reach their destinations.
We tried to get a train and the train was booked, and then we tried to get a Greyhound bus and that was booked. So we've got a rental car.
In a statement, Southwest offered, quote, heartfelt apologies and said, we were fully staffed and prepared for the approaching holiday weekend when the severe weather swept across the continent.
Our plan for the next few days is to fly a reduced schedule and reposition our people and planes, and we're making headway, and we're optimistic to be back on track before next week.
Southwest Airlines CEO Bob Jordan issued that video statement saying the company is processing refunds. He also said he's been in touch with the Transportation Secretary, Pete Buttigieg. The secretary told CBS News the situation is unacceptable.
Well, I want passengers to know that this department has their back, that we are going to be holding the airline accountable for the way that they are treating passengers.
The Senate Commerce Committee says it will probe the causes of the disruption and the impact on consumers. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
In other news, some Central Illinois residents will be without water for a few hours today. Illinois American Water is shutting off Glassford's water supply to fix a leak in a main pipe.
That's right. This will take place starting around 8 o'clock this morning, and the water should be back on between 11 and noon. Once the water is back on, there will be a boil order in effect for 3 days. However, the water is safe for showering and laundry. The town's village officials supplying 200 cases of water yesterday, one for each family. The village has a population of 866 people.
Well, you might see more with your paycheck next year. The minimum wage goes up to $13 an hour for most workers starting January 1st. It's part of the $15 minimum wage law Governor Pritzker signed in 2019. And businesses have been implementing the gradual increase. One business owner tells us he supports the minimum wage increase, that he plans out where that extra money comes from. Mike Zangalani, the owner of Boone's in Springfield, tells us part of that involves raising prices of items on the menu. But at the end of the day, he says sales makes all the difference.
Without employees, you don't make anything. So I am all for it. Like I said, the employees do work hard and they need their money as well. So I'm one that is in support of it. And like I said, my employees are all over that anyway.
The minimum wage is set to reach $15 an hour by 2025. In other news, now that the wind and snow have settled, you may need to file an insurance claim.
Our Brianna Rittman reports from our Twin Cities newsroom to tell us how to make this a smooth process.
This is just the beginning. We still have several months to go, and this probably is not going to be the last winter storm that we see this year.
Across the state of Illinois, there have been 1,500 insurance claims following last week's snowstorm. So far, there have been 41 claims for McLean County and 27 for Peoria County.
The possibility of that increasing is probable, given that people may not have been home, so they may not even know that their homes or vehicles have sustained damage because they may have been traveling or out of town for the holidays.
Claims can be started online, via text, the State Farm mobile app, or by speaking to your agent. Some inspections, such as flood damage, can be done virtually, while inspections for roof damage will need to be in person. Spokesperson Heather Paul asked that customers have patience throughout the process.
We are right now looking at those claims that are heaviest right now for uninhabitable homes, maybe if a tree has fallen on the home or sustained heavy flood damage because of those broken pipes. We're getting to those first, and we will continue to work on claims as they come in.
Paul says snowbirds should turn their water off before leaving town. She encourages others to keep their homes properly heated and to let their faucets drip to reduce the risk of frozen pipes. She says ice dams are another problem to be aware of. That's a buildup of snow and ice on your roof.
It can ruin your roofing products. It can cause water to get into your home. So, try to safely remove snow and ice. Keeping your gutters clean is a great practice to have as well.
That was Brianna Rittman reporting. Heather Paul reminds people to keep track of their insurance deductibles so they can know how much they need to pay before receiving a payout. In the McLean County courtroom, a former surgeon pleading guilty in a sexual assault case. Sean Kink accepted a plea deal, pleading guilty to 1 count of solicitation of a sexual act, which is a Class A misdemeanor. As part of the deal, prosecutors dismissed 4 other charges. The charges come from an incident in December of 2019 where a patient accused Kink of sexual assault in her home. Kink was sentenced to 120 days in jail with 18 months probation.
In a developing story, an excavator and cadaver dogs are combing through rubble in Springfield after an entire city block went up in flames on Christmas Eve. Fire officials say squatters were inside the abandoned former Salvation Army building, sheltering from the winter storm. Some were able to escape, but it's unclear how many were trapped inside. Firefighters endured sub-zero temperatures and high winds. A warming bus was on site so they could thaw between operations. Several firefighters are being treated for frostbite. No other injuries have been reported.
Back at home, now that the holidays are coming to an end, if you purchased a live Christmas tree, there are several disposal services to mulch your old tree. Tazewell County is offering multiple locations for tree drop-off, a few of which include Armington across from the Village Hall, Morton Freedom Hall, and for Pekin residents only, you will be able to leave your tree at the curb during the first 2 weeks of January. And to see that full list of locations for tree drop-off, be sure to visit our website, that's ciproud.com.
In other news, 6 months after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, Illinois abortion providers say they're seeing a huge spike in out-of-state patients. Before the ruling, Planned Parenthood of Illinois saw dozens of patients from other states every month. Now hundreds of patients are crossing state lines from more than 30 states, making up about 1/3 of the agency's cases. They say they're seeing more patients than ever before from Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky, and Texas, while patients from Wisconsin have increased tenfold.
And many people are in need of medicine right now, and it's causing a shortage at pharmacies across the country and right here in central Illinois. If your child's been sick this fall, you may have run into problems finding medicine. Some stores, including CVS and Walgreens, have started putting limits on how much you can buy. Pharmacists say it's because of the triple threat of COVID-19, RSV, and the flu. They say it could get worse after holiday gatherings. Children's medicines are affected the most. Ibuprofen, liquid Tylenol, and amoxicillin are in short supply.
Now, your local weather authority forecast.
29 degrees and normal on our Dr. Lawrence Lee camera. Not bad outside, at least compared to where we were yesterday morning. Temperatures are headed for the upper 30s and low 40s. The snow is going to melt, which is going to help contribute to that green light on your commute. Keep in mind that the melting snow will, of course, result in some yucky slush, but we're headed for the 40s, and the good news is that snow is not looking to refreeze as we head overnight. Hi, Rian.
Molly, thank you. Time now, 6:09. Here's a look at traffic this morning. In Bloomington, West Locust Street from Catherine Street to Allen Street is closed. Crews are doing water work there. In Bureau County, there are lane closures on I-180 from Illinois 29 to Power Plant Road, just west of the Illinois River. The work lasts until November 1st of next year. And in North Utica, there's road work on northbound Illinois 178 at US 6. This work lasts until July 2nd of next year.
6:10 this morning. Here's what's coming up. For the first time in years, a tornado swept through Bolivia. We'll give you more details up next.
Also, an incredible rescue story from the snowy mountains in Utah. We'll show you how one dog was able to make it home safe and sound.